There are almost 25 million people incarcerated in American prisons and jails today. Of these 25 million, over 80,000 are parents to approximately 1.7 million children. With such a large amount of children with incarcerated parents, it is important that these children have a relationship with their parents. Establishing a connection between incarcerated parents and their children is very important. Research shows that children with incarcerated mothers are more likely to risk failure in school, suffer from aggression and attachment issues, and incarceration themselves. Research has also shown that men and women who maintain contact with family during incarceration have been shown to increase the likelihood that they will complete their parole without incident. It's obvious that parenting and having this connection between incarcerated parents and their children is needed and is beneficial for both parties. For a lot of people who are incarcerated, they are finally clean, sober, and stuck in one place with a lot of time on their hands. This gives them a lot of time to connect and work on their relationship with their children. This is where communication comes into play. Communication is key in the parenting process between any parent and child. The same goes for incarcerated parents and their children. A couple ways incarcerated parents can communicate from prison is through letters, phone calls, and face-to-face visits. Writing is a cheap and easy way for parents to communicate with their children. Through letters, children can write and express their feelings and ask questions they may not feel comfortable saying out loud to their parent. It's one thing to read letters and see pictures of their child, but to have verbal interaction helps to convey legit feelings and connection behind words. Though phone calls are limited and quick, phone calls are effective ways to discuss and check in with their children about how their lives are going. Another form of communication, and possibly the most beneficial form of communication between children and their incarcerated parent, is face-to-face visits. Face-to-face visits gives children and parents the opportunity to physically see each other. While parenting from prison is doable, there are many challenges that accompany it. One problem is the children want their incarcerated parent in their lives. Some children blame their parents or are embarrassed of their incarcerated parent and don't wish to communicate with them. In order for parenting from afar to work, there has to be interaction from both sides. Another trial as many incarcerated parents face is being on the same page as the caregiver of their child. It is key that the caregiver of the child be on the same page as the parent in regards to what the expectations and restrictions of the child are. The caregiver has to enforce restrictions that the incarcerated parent sets in. This is tough when looking at the statistics of the living conditions of children of incarcerated parents. When a father is incarcerated, children are 88% more likely to continue living with the mother. On the other hand, when a mother is incarcerated, a mere 37% are cared for by their father, and the rest are often separated from their siblings and family. So while communication and compliance between parent and child is key in the relationship, the same relationship between the parent and the child's caregiver is just as important. This can be extremely hard if the caregiver is not an immediate family member or the child is placed into foster care. There are many obstacles and factors that go into parenting from behind bars, but it is still worth it. Seeing the obstacles that incarcerated parents face trying to parent behind bars, they should be supported when trying to establish these relationships. Parenting from behind bars does matter, and it does make a difference in the life of the incarcerated parent and child. Pursuing and trying to maintain a relationship from behind bars is tough, but in the end, there are over 1.7 million children who need the guidance and relationship of their parent, even if they are behind bars. It is important for people to remember that when a parent is incarcerated, it not only disrupts their lives, but the lives of their family and children, so any attempt to reestablish that bond should be supported.